Hey everybody, thanks for coming to another episode of Take It or Leave It. I'm here again with my dad, Steve, and joining us today also is my brother, Ryan. I gotta get rid of this.
Hello.
Sorry.
Hi guys.
Sorry, guys. I have like this thing like at the top. I can redo that if I need to.
No, you don't have to. Don't worry about it. We're the only ones going to watch it anyway, so I think we're good.
That's true. That's true. No one's joining in. Everybody's leaving
What are you
it.
talking about? I'm already calling sponsors. This better be a hit or Nike's gonna be pissed.
And we thought we'd get together today because we had some fond memories growing up when the kids were little, when we lived in Beverly, and we also used to vacation up in Maine. And I can think of stories right off the bat. I mean, there's the bee incident with Ryan and the blueberries up in Maine. There's the
I think of
falling
the
off.
bike incident. The
The,
bike
yeah,
incident was horrific.
Are there any stories that don't involve me crying like a pussy? Can we
No,
focus on those ones?
no.
that's not my list. Let me just there. No, that's not. It's not on here.
Do you have any that you remember,
All
Ryan?
of our memories of me just getting hurt and crying like a wimp. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's talk about it. I guess I know why I'm here today.
This is an intervention. I'm just kidding.
I guess I know why I have the special guest spot. All right.
And we also actually talked about a little bit on our last podcast about the this sledding incident in Beverly, where the Anna
Oh
disappeared.
yeah,
And we
it
couldn't
almost
find
became a
her.
Dateline episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the only one that did what I was supposed to do. You guys just running around in all the wrong spots looking for me.
And didn't
I was
And then
just
somebody
I
trying to
take a?
say, is it necessarily a bad thing that she's gone? I mean, yeah, that'll be sad for a little bit, but life
He
moves
did try to
on.
talk me out of
I
it. So.
wouldn't have gone that far if we weren't on those little pieces, those sleds that were like pretty much just like tinfoil greased up to
I
go
was
down
looking
the.
at it like more Christmas presents for me, to be honest with you.
I
So,
think you were
love
upset
you to
because I'm
death.
pretty
I mean,
sure.
glad we found you, but
Was
I'm
that
always trying to find the silver linings and things.
was that the
I believe
was
that because I think when we were leaving, you also threw an ice chunk on my skull.
that was what I was going to ask. I knew somebody took a face. Somebody
I
said,
took it in the
yeah,
face.
and you turned right around at the exact moment and it went right in your
Yep.
face.
So you weren't
Yeah, but
happy that you
I
found
didn't
me.
I meant to hit it over the back of your head, not hit in
Way
your
better.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That would have been so much better.
It makes me feel
that's what I
better too. I
said.
know that
Yeah.
was an
So
accident.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
face was an
And
accident. The
so,
head, no, but the face was an accident.
yeah.
Concussion or teeth lost, whichever
Well, I
one.
figured you always had a thick skull, so I figured that would absorb most of the impact.
I
So,
also have a
but
lot of mental disorders now, so that probably didn't help me very
also
much.
that's my fault now. Okay, I
Well,
I'm gonna
get it.
blame it
Yeah,
on you.
I think we're going back to the
I
fact
think
that
I
you were.
invented getting iced.
The original, the
You were the first
OG,
victim. You were the first. You were patient
patient zero.
zero for getting iced.
And I think
Oh
it just
my
goes to
God.
support the idea that you were thinking about now that we found her, that you were still thinking about more presents for Christmas, and maybe if you took her out,
Yeah, he wasn't. He
yeah,
was bitter. He was very bitter.
I was like, oh, great, found her. That's
I was so
good to see
close.
you. We're thinking pirate Lego set, 2 pirate Lego sets next year. Ah, she's
I
here.
Death
think
Star.
Good sounds. Ah, good. Everyone hug.
Oh my God. I think I like one of my favorite memories. I'm trying to think of memories of because Maine, I always connect to like having lobster. We always had lobster there. I always connect it to the singing fish that was on the wall. And
Mhm.
then I just loved the ghost stories that we'd read about at night. And the time that Ginny scared the absolute shit out of us when she started clawing at the screen window.
Oh, Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were Goosebumps generation. Yeah,
We were
yeah.
big time goosebumps.
I
But
think
then
the
do you remember
story on
those
that one was the
old
haunt.
ones
That was the
with like the
haunted
girl
one.
that had the neck?
I think the one I remember the most is the one where it was a haunted cave or something, and
Yeah.
some girl or kids
I
were in
think it
there.
was called like Dark Stories or something. I think they have like a special out on it now. Like there's I think like on TV you can actually like watch them. They're kind of creepy.
Yeah, my,
Um
my my favorite book from them was, I think it was called You Let the Ghost In, Asshole, or something like that, or VCR RIP. Scantron Alive.
oh my God. There was also those stories. I like the one that had the girl that had like the green ribbon, and at the end of the story she took it off and her
Oh,
head fell off.
yeah,
Like what? I
yeah.
can't remember what those were. Those were like little short stories.
No, scary
Scary
stories to tell in
bedtime
the dark.
stories, I think. Yeah.
No, scary stories to tell in the dark. Yeah, they're the weird
That's the one
paintings
Dad's
and
thinking
stuff.
of, I think.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm thinking of the actual book. I used to read books to you from Goosebumps,
yeah.
Yeah.
and that
Oh
was
yeah.
yeah. Was that Scary Stories in the Dark, or
Oh
was that
no, maybe that
Goosebumps?
was
No,
Goosebumps.
no, that was different.
That
There's
was
Goosebumps that had all the funny like titles, and
yeah,
then
yeah, like a dummy
Scary
named
Stories to Tell in the
Desire.
Dark had the really weird, yeah,
That
paintings and stuff.
ventriloquist doll creeped the hell out of me. It still creeps me
Oh,
out.
the dummy. That one was
That's
awful.
that's Goosebumps. Yeah.
Yep. Or the
And
one that
there's
lived under the sink.
I originally thought you were talking about Cabbage Patch Kids, but then we were talking about
Equally
Goosebumps. I'm like, all right,
horrifying.
I'm putting it together. Yeah.
oh, and it sort of doesn't go exactly with Maine, but will always remember the incident of the um, the tickets at the arcade up in
Oh my
Salisbury,
God.
and how
Oh,
Joey ripped you off and
Oh my God.
cashed them
I was
all in.
devastated. I was devastated. It was awful. It was like just someone came into my house and robbed everything I had.
I was just at Salisbury last weekend.
Were
You were.
you? For what?
I'm really depressed every time I go up there. You know, I go up there, I look around, and so much has changed. It's so much nicer than it used to
I
be. The
know. It
white
feels
trash
safe.
element is gone. There's no more Jello wrestling. They only
Nope.
have one strip club now. I mean, there were families there. It was
They
disgusting.
they
It was.
there was clean turf. They
They
had
had a
trash barrels.
they literally have a carousel in a family center where the Jello wrestling rink used to be. It's just
There wasn't
it's
one deadly water slide left over there. Not
uh
one deadly water slide left.
yeah, it's just
Tragic.
it's sad to see.
I
I
felt
got
Joe,
thrown.
safe.
I got thrown out of the Jello wrestling place once with a bunch of guys. We went and
Let's
saw
hear
it,
it.
and it was right after a Roy Orbison concert up at Hampton Beach, and we went over to Jello wrestling, and we were all drunk, and some girl came up to us and she goes, "He's not going to let me wrestle. I want him to make us let me wrestle." And so we all went into the manager's office and said, "We want to see her wrestle." And he goes, "Oh, we want to see the street." And we all got thrown out with a state cop there.
The
tell me at least
question is,
one of
why
you.
wouldn't they let her
Tell me at
wrestle?
least one of you hooked up with Jello Girl. I mean,
I know.
it's worth it.
You
Did
tried.
someone take Jello Girl home? I mean, come on, tell me there's a happy end in here.
Who's
Tell me it
got
was
whipped
all
cream
worth
at
it.
home? Who's got
Did they
whipped
let
cream?
her fight? I'm just kidding. Will we ever know?
Who's got the Cool Whip?
Oh my God. Yeah,
I'm
it's
not. I'm picturing Jello Girl is in your memory as being super attractive, but in reality, like, is a Salisbury 4.
there was a reason. There was a reason they didn't
She's
let
a
her
Seabird
wrestle.
5.
To
There
be
was a
honest with
reason
you,
they didn't let her wrestle.
I kind of remember. I kind of remember her looking a lot like Aunt Jan. She was like really skinny, and
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
God.
oh,
that's why I didn't take
Was
her
it Aunt
home.
Jan?
No, it wasn't Aunt Jan.
oh. Hey, am I allowed to take bathroom breaks during this podcast?
Oh, sure,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
All right,
You,
all right.
you,
Talk
you,
amongst yourselves.
all
I'll give
right.
you a topic. Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Discuss.
Talk amongst
Linda Tripp
yourselves.
throwback from SNL, yeah. All right, be right back.
Oh my God.
No, I don't know about you, Anna, but I
Did you
I
know
actually
bells?
peed before I came on. I don't know.
I
I
did
mean,
too. I came prepared. This is so
it's a prep
unprofessional.
thing. Yes.
Well, you know what? I was
The
logged in
lights
at
weren't ready.
12:58 p.m. So
Wait, wait a
I'm just
minute. Are you
saying, I was
talking from
ready
the
to go.
toilet?
I was on time.
I
Is he
was here at
talking on the toilet?
12:57, so
Well,
The
and
only
I was
reason
on
you
the
peed
wrong
is you were
podcast
5 minutes
altogether.
late.
I was on the wrong podcast altogether. I was here 5 minutes of it. I'm going, where are they?
is anybody there?
Are you having
Well.
technical problems? And then I said, wait a minute. There's two versions of this here.
Shit. Because I was sitting here. I was like, I guarantee my dad forgot.
No,
I was like, I'll
no,
wait for a text.
I almost did. It was like 12 o'clock. I go, oh, wait a minute. I got to get on a podcast today. Hey, if we're really quiet, let me see if we can hear him peeing or pooping.
I'm thinking he's probably just lighting a bowl off camera.
You know your brother too well. Hey, Jenny, bring that over here.
I know I also have that prepared.
All right. I didn't wash my hands, so
I was
out of
gonna
respect
ask.
to you guys. So
Yeah. So, did you really use the bathroom for the bathroom, or did you do a line of or snort something, or take a bowl?
yeah, I
That's
was
what we were.
snorting ketamine.
I guarantee he's probably just
I
smoking
was
weed.
like, I need something for this thing. All right, yeah. I'm doing the Matthew Perry sober diet.
Again, you have to learn to come prepared. You already have to come with your water,
Too soon?
RDP,
No.
and high as a kite.
No, I got my Coke, I got my water. Yeah, I got my peanuts. I even got peanuts here.
Nice.
You're good. And you could probably use that next time the Coke bottle to urinate in instead of having to leave us. You just use the empty Coke bottle. That's what I'm using.
Yeah,
I got that right here.
I don't know
I just
what
put a
you've been
diaper
gifted with, Dad, but I have a hard time aiming in a Coke bottle.
Oh, really?
I don't have the tools. I don't have the tools to aim into a Coke bottle.
Not equipped.
I need a Home Depot bucket at least. So
Gross.
When we were kids, we were down in Cape Cod, and Johnny Doherty's parents. I was with Johnny Doherty. You know him, right? He lives at And
oh yeah, Johnny D. Yeah.
Good old Johnny D. Good old Johnny.
So she goes,
Johnny
he says, I gotta pee.
Oh, sailor, what have you been up to?
She says, I gotta pee. So he peed in like a plastic bag and all of a sudden it had a hole in it. It was all over the back of the car. We were all screaming.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm like,
Always it has to be a solid container. It shouldn't be
I get
plastic.
I get that beat. All right. Forget Maine, forget New Hampshire, forget Salisbury, forget our childhood.
Yep.
The weirdest thing you ever peed in. I'll go first if you want.
Yeah, go right
Mine
ahead.
was an extra large McDonald's cup while driving in Boston. I was in traffic. And I filled it.
What do you do? A gymnast? How do you manage that?
It wasn't, I mean, it was messy.
I'm not saying it was perfect.
All right,
it was desperate.
Forget everything. Let's change the subject. It's a
Desperate.
bad idea.
No, I want to hear yours.
It's yours now.
I want to hear yours.
Oh, I peed in the boot of a kid's a kid's boot, who was the designated driver to get me home from a bar in college, and I rewarded him by peeing in his boot. And then I dumped it out while he was getting out of the car. He let me crash to his home, and he never mentioned it. So I think either he was too nice.
Piss boot
Either he was too nice to bring it up, or he
didn't
just
know.
Never knew.
He's like, "Why is my foot damp?"
It's not winter.
they were his work boots. Yeah, so he definitely wore them the next day.
Oh, he probably had those for a long time. Maybe they call they call them like piss shoes. Everybody's like, "Oh, here he comes again."
I mean, no one knew. I was so ashamed. He was such a nice kid.
Why did you piss his boot?
I had to pee.
You couldn't have just asked him to pull over?
No, he was parked. He got thrown out of the bar.
Oh.
But it's a long story.
So you pissed in his boot.
I would have pissed in the bar if I didn't get thrown out of it.
Oh my God.
So it's the bar's fault. It's not your fault that you peed in somebody's shoe.
Oh no, it was totally my fault across the board.
Why didn't you piss in your own boot?
Piss in your own boot, for Christ's sake.
Piss in your own boot. Walk home barefoot, you asshole.
Boots. Yeah. I don't have any boots.
In your loafers. Piss in your loafers.
Looking back, I probably would have thought of that, but I was drunk.
Not my finest evening.
I just got kicked out of a bar, so clearly wasn't thinking correctly.
I was actually visiting a client. It was a paper factory, and we were playing poker at night in this paper factory. And I went into the men's room, and I came back out, and I sat down. I said, "Wow, you guys got a really cool urinal in there." And it was a round urinal, and then it was actually the sink. It was a round sink where they stand around, and I peed in their sink, and admitted it.
Like a trough.
Yeah, I was like, well, yeah, we're used to troughs, but usually they're on the floor. You know, it's not.
Honestly, that's like a really boss move.
Did you have to get in your tippy toes?
Pissed in our sink and told us about it.
What did you think short people pissed in?
It's actually kind of badass. Do something about it.
What's the old joke? The old joke was, yeah, I called my landlord. My apartment was so crappy. I called my landlord. I told him I had a leak in the sink, and he said, "Go ahead, I ain't stopping you."
Oh my God. Oh, I think I got kicked out of a Boston bar on my 21st birthday. I didn't get kicked. I didn't really get kicked out. It was more so I just wasn't let back in.
Ever.
Yep. Ever. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Magoon's because that's in Somerville. It was in Boston. It started with an M. But they gave you free beer. So not wine or hard alcohol, but if it was your birthday and you could prove it, they give you a wristband. You got free beer all night.
Oh wow!
I was wasted.
I was there that night, wasn't I?
You were, yeah. I think even like, hey, yeah, it was. Remember, Yes,
Yeah,
you were there.
I was there that
Yes,
night.
you were there. I now
Oh.
remember that you were there.
Yeah, because you peed in her shoe later on.
No.
Ryan, you should just have piss in people's shoes
I
and everything.
remember I got it was that Irish bar that's no longer there
Yeah,
anymore.
it's out of an M, like I went there specifically because they gave you like free beer for your 21st birthday.
Yeah, I just remember like I went out to have a smoke. I smoked cigarettes at the time. And I was fine. I was behaving myself, and I go to go back in. The guy's like, "No, you can't come in." I'm like,
That's what happened to me.
"I'm like, oh, dude, my beer's right there." He's like, "No, you can't come in." I was like, "Well, what do I do?" And so I was like, I just stood there for like 10 minutes, just looking at him.
Just
He's
looking
like,
at
all
him.
right.
Yeah, all right, come on in.
And I'm like,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah, we
That's
all got
my
wasted that
coat,
night.
my beer, yeah.
Wasn't there a
Because
place called
I think
Irish Rose or something?
Oh, that's still around. Emerald Rose.
Yeah,
no, it was it wasn't McDonald's or anything, something like
McLean's.
that. Yeah, something.
McLean's.
It was near like Kitty O'Shea's and stuff, like down near that gross
Yeah.
place.
No, oh no, Molly, what's the one in Lowell that,
You're not thinking of Coogan's. Coogan's is good
Oh no,
too.
I'm thinking, no, I thought you were jumping cities on me. Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
might be. I have no idea.
Hmm.
But yeah, that night was. I think you came with Joey too. You guys drove home. Didn't Joey sit on Carrie's lap?
I don't remember. So it was a good enough
I
time.
think Joey was Ryan's friend. If he reminds me of Yaya.
Samantha
I know
was there
Joey.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, Samantha was
No,
there.
was she? Samantha wasn't there.
Yeah, she was.
Really?
Oh God. I don't
You
remember that.
you brought your younger
She couldn't
sister.
have been. She couldn't have been. No, she couldn't have
underage?
been. She wasn't old enough. She wasn't old enough.
Oh, maybe it was your bridal party. She was no, Samantha
Yeah.
was there. No, Samantha
No,
was there.
no,
Oh,
she would be. She wouldn't be old enough. I turned 21.
oh yeah, she'd just be a little one. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
Probably
like,
thinking of
she's-
Amanda or Abby
There
or
goes
all
that
like
theory.
my
Yeah.
friends came.
Yeah.
we brought
There was one
Samantha.
Samantha
She was
was
13 at the time, and
Snuck her into a bar and we all got kicked out of and left her behind at. And then Ryan pissed in her shoes.
and
Have
then
you
you
ever
guys try to get her
methamphetamine?
drunk. You're always trying to get her drunk. You try to get her drunk at Joey's wedding or something up in Maine. You try to get her drunk.
Me?
I got her drunk in the bowling alley
Ugh.
before she was 21, but she was old enough. She was like 19.
Wait,
I got a
you
drink
said I got a
king.
drunk. I got a drunk when she was not when she was old enough. When she was 19, that's not old enough. You understand that you just contradicted yourself.
Old enough that she'd already been drinking, so I wasn't going to be the first asshole. She could handle her
Oh,
alcohol.
so she was old enough.
Yes.
So this is really good
Okay.
to know.
I
because
trust
didn't know any
Samantha's
of this,
judgment more than my own.
And I thought you guys were all sweet and innocent until 21. You held off, but no, I guess not.
I was
I was
case
18.
raising
I
at
was
15.
But it
pretty
was
good.
legal.
Yeah.
I was legal at 18, but I didn't even drink.
Brandon
until-
didn't drink until he was 21. Brandon didn't do anything until he was 20. Like he didn't drink, he didn't smoke.
I drank
I think
the
I
first
had my
time at
first
19 years old. I drank, and it was a bottle of gin and Schweppes, and we used Fribble glasses from Friendlies. And
Oh.
Warren and I, we fell asleep in Revere, and we woke up at Salem State College. I don't know how we got there.
How did you fall asleep in Revere and then wake up?
And gin. Why gin?
I don't think that happened.
I know I hate gin.
I hate
Gin's
gin
the
too.
fucking
Gin sucks.
devil.
Yeah.
Gin
well,
is
I,
a fucking
now
devil.
it's one of those things that although I starting to like it again because Ginny drinks gin and martinis, and
Oh,
it's not
okay.
bad, but for the longest time I couldn't drink them because of the taste
I
and the
passed away
thought
on
because
gin
I threw up
martinis.
all the way home, and yeah, and Warren had to
My
go
first drinking.
Warren had to go to
Yeah, go on.
judo that night, and he came in smelling of booze and everything, and his judo teacher beat the shit out of him. Beat him up. Don't you ever come here like that again? He beat the crap out of him.
Well,
And me,
just
I was
the
in,
shit out of
showing
him.
up.
I was in
Yeah.
I was in Oklahoma.
I
I was
know.
like a guy on a theater. I was drunk on a theater stage, so that was good.
My first
I
drinking
almost died on
experience was
gin.
Revere.
What's
Yeah,
that?
we got a bottle of my first drinking experience was on Revere. We went to we got a bottle of Captain Morgan, then went to Krispy Kreme. Back when Krispy Kreme was big. And
Yeah.
Oh wow!
drank rum and donuts. It was a good night.
That
Is
sounds
Victor
fantastic.
still there? There's a place called Victor's that used to be a real tough place that people hang out. It was a nightclub, but
And
it was all
Revere?
yeah,
I don't
it was
think
all
so.
bikers and stuff.
There are places I
Right.
mean, it's probably still there. They probably changed the name because there are definitely places that you could tell there's like locals that go, but they just change the
I
name
mean,
every couple years.
don't worry, Revere's still shady as hell. I
Oh
mean, don't
yeah.
worry.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
it's not gentrified like Salisbury. It's
Don't
still
worry,
horrifying. Yeah.
Salisbury, we lost Salisbury, but we still have
I mean,
Revere.
there's still some good quality Boston White trash in Revere. Don't you worry.
Holding
Thank Christ.
strong.
I
Yeah.
was thinking, there's no reason to live in
Oh,
Massachusetts anymore if it was nice.
I know.
I was a little worried with the casino coming in. It wasn't too far to get gentrified, but no, I was there recently. Oh, just the worst
It's
people.
just as gross. It's
They have
because
a-
it's
they
I
have
mean
a-
it's in Chelsea, so
They have a casino there? No?
In
Yeah.
Everett, they do, yeah.
in
Oh,
Everett,
Everett?
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, is it over by where the old Suffolk Downs was? The old racetrack?
Kind
Uh,
of a
no,
little bit. It's like on the. It's like
not
The
really.
road
No,
that leads to
it's
the airport.
it was they used an old no, it's not that
industrial
way.
area.
They used an old industrial district, yeah.
Yeah.
It's where the old night shift brewery used to be. So
It's definitely it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's just like placed so randomly in the middle. You can see it from like Assembly Road, but it's still farther from there.
yeah.
Is it run by Indians?
Huh?
No.
No. The Wampa
Worse.
Pong.
Did you just ask?
I'm gonna get off the subject fast.
I was like, I immediately regretted saying what. I was like, nope, put that back in.
This is being recorded, right? So I'm gonna get off the subject really
We can
fast.
edit.
Oh
No,
man, I had some good stuff for that one.
But all the ones that are around here are run by Indians, so I don't know. I thought that,
Well,
they
the
had to-
answer is probably yes, but I don't think so.
I wish it was because we took away all their land and everything else. I'm glad we're giving
At
something.
least they
back
can do
to
is
them.
take our money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So
We
I
owe
mean,
them
when I go
something.
to an Indian casino, I try to lose. I'm like, good for you guys. Yeah, better off to you. Sorry for what. Let's be honest. My ancestor was probably dying of famine over in Ireland when they were getting murdered and raped and killed here. So
which, by the way, it's going to be maybe about 4 or 5 months more, but I'm putting for my citizenship, dual citizenship of the island.
oh, nice.
Are you? Mom's working on that too, I think. Didn't Mom and
Yeah.
Kathy say they were working on it?
Yeah, because
That's
as long
awesome.
as your grandparent was born there, and
Yeah.
my grandparent was born there,
Yeah, so Mom.
that's where it stopped. So Ellie and I did it. Nobody else wanted to do it. We just figured we'd have a place to go if Trump becomes president.
I was gonna say that's smart. I'm over here just building bunkers. We're fucked. I can't get into
We're going
citizenship.
down with the
Just
ship.
have to
We're
start
screwed.
digging.
Yeah. So
You know what? No, you'll be safe. Go to Revere because then you'll be all
I'm
set.
just going
It'll be
to
the
We
safest
are in
place
a bubble.
on the
try
planet.
to take Revere.
I feel bad for New England's a bubble though. I mean, it's yeah. So I mean, we're good up here. I mean, they go
I'm
crazy.
probably just
okay.
I'm going more out into like the mountains and stuff like that, just because I'm more worried about climate change. We're gonna be underwater soon. You go up in elevation.
And in Burlington,
Yeah,
it's water that you can't even drink. So to get
Yeah.
that going for you too.
Mm-hmm.
Little civil action reference there. Attaboy.
Oh my god.
So do you guys remember hide and seek in Beverly in the garden, the Rose Garden?
Oh god,
You
yeah.
probably couldn't
I went
do
there
that anymore.
recently.
Were you?
What's more disturbing is you were running around chasing two children who it wasn't very clear that we were related in any way. And
No,
people
that
were
was
just
at the
going
wooded
off of-
park. That was that wooded park.
It was everywhere.
That was the
That was
creepy.
everywhere. That kind of fucked up.
And we're all
I'm not
going,
gonna lie.
monster, monster.
Monster
I look
Daddy.
back
Run!
yeah.
Remember when we used to play with the
Yeah.
other kids in Cambridge in the basement of that apartment building I was
I
living in?
can't believe
Oh,
that
yeah.
the parents. You said you couldn't believe the parents let you do that, but I was like, I don't know how often those parents were actually being parents.
It was kind of creepy. I'm
And then
looking
the
at back and
the
saying,
the parents were like, well, what were you wearing?
A Lion King outfit.
Wow. Well, maybe we learned a lesson. Mm.
Not so much the king of the jungle now, are we?
We should have been down there. Serves you right.
Next time I told you not to go down there, and don't. Okay.
And then of course there is the classic karaoke at the Shell
Oh God.
there. And
That's like the memory that gives me shudders that comes to my mind at night.
so I took there was I had a video of a bunch of stuff and I gave it to Sam because when she was a little kid or something. But I also on that video had you singing and Ryan singing.
Yep.
And for some reason it was Ryan singing, and then it skipped to something else, and it came back to Ryan singing. And so she goes, "It's my favorite part of the whole thing." It's like, oh, I wasn't ready for it. Came back. Tainted
Someone
love.
edited
There
my
we go.
performance.
Tainted
Someone
love.
edited my performance.
It was awesome. Tainted love.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, but did someone mess up my performance on the tape? They edited my performance.
I think that
Someone tampered.
They took out one or two notes, which you would be happy about, and that's pretty much what happened. I'll have to find it and see if I'll get it to you guys.
Are you alluding I didn't hit every note perfectly during that performance?
No, I'm not
I guess we'll
alluding.
never
I'm
know.
telling you, it was horror. There were some horrible ones in there. We're not going to American Idol, right?
Oh my God. I liked going to like the haunted house that was there too. They used to have the haunted house
Oh, I
in the
remember that
big
one. Yeah.
barn.
Again, they wouldn't do that with kids nowadays.
No, that was scary. And
That
we
was
were
really
like
messed up. Yeah.
wandering in. There was like a ball, like a jar full of
There was
eyeballs.
chainsaws.
And,
There was blood. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
They're like, kindergarten, come on in. Preschool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh, you
fantastic.
cried? Well, don't be such a whip. All right.
I'm literally just as
The
just
real
a big
world's not a safe
pumpkin.
place. People get cut up with chainsaws. Werewolves eat people. All right.
Yep. You got to be
How do you learn
prepared.
now?
You want reality? That's reality.
I went there
Welcome to
recently.
your place. Get used to it.
There's they have a nice little hot dog, like outdoor food stand there now too. That's really cute.
Oh, you been
They
there
take really
recently?
good. Yeah, we went over there. I'm trying to think. Not too long ago, before the winter, because it wasn't cold, it was warm, but it's really nice over there. They kept it so clean.
It's where you learn to ride a bike, and that right in front of the house. Was it
Yep.
Ryan?
I know,
It
yeah.
was me. Well, we
Yeah,
That
both
was a
did, didn't we?
magical moment.
Both of you did,
taught
I
us-
think.
You taught us to ride, yeah.
That was more so like in the basketball court right across from the house.
yeah.
And then
exactly.
you follow that again with this stuff. How have you not been arrested when you used to follow us in your car down to the park to make sure we weren't being like attacked by pedophiles? Although the whole time you probably looked like the pedophile.
It happened up in Salisbury too.
no.
There was one time in Salisbury you said, "We want to go down to the place by ourselves. We're old enough." And I said, okay, go ahead. And then you guys left. I was like 2 houses back the entire time, stalking you to make sure that you weren't raped and murdered. It was like, yeah,
You live next door to a magician. I remember that.
yeah,
The gay
Dave.
magician.
You didn't get suspected pedophile in the neighborhood, I guarantee you. That's why you probably moved next door to him. It's like, all right, I guess.
We got free tickets. We got free
It's gonna be
tickets to
tough.
his show.
Magician,
Yeah.
boom.
The Cabot Street
A
Theater.
magician, and then right behind was the penny candy store. So it's just like a perfect storm.
I'm just kidding, Dave. It was Magician Dave, right?
Yeah,
It was
Dave.
great.
And he had a little black dog, but he was living
Was that
with some
his
guy.
full-time gig?
Yeah, and, it was every Sunday. The Cabot Street Cinema Theater that's on Cabot Street in Beverly. It's an old movie theater that has like a balcony and curtain that opens
Yeah, we
up.
went
and
to one
watch
of his
movies.
shows. He gave us tickets.
Yeah.
But on Sundays it became his stage, and yeah, it was. He did it forever and ever. I
Did
think he
he
was gay.
do that full time?
Huh?
Did he do
Was
that
that
full
his
time?
only job?
I don't know. It must have been because it must have been. That's the only time I ever saw him. Like he was always around the
Didn't he
house.
didn't he have an indoor pool?
You purchased property as a 1 day a week magician.
In Beverly.
No, he didn't purchase it. He probably rented it out, but he was there for 25 years doing it. It was like a long
He
time.
bought that.
He rented
Yeah.
out the house.
No, he rented out the Cabot Street Cinema to do his
But
magic.
I'm saying you get enough money from that to purchase a home,
With
You
the-
get to be
Beverly.
a magician 1 day a week and you can buy a home
and
in
you can buy a
Beverly.
house.
he was living with a very old man who was the Magi and in the show. So I think there might have been some extra money coming in there somehow.
Oh,
It was
okay.
I think there was a
Maybe
relationship going on.
inherited?
No, I think it was a
You get that
relationship.
Magi money.
Yeah, the
You get
That's
that
a Magi money.
Magi
Oh, that
money.
sweet Magi money.
Dave had it made in the shade.
Now we're
huh?
pulling back the curtains, Dave. All right.
He had a
Now
built-in.
we're seeing what's behind door number 3.
We're on
He even
to
had a
you.
built-in
It's just
pool
Magi money.
inside his house. It was a built-in pool inside.
I know. I remember. I had an indoor pool.
I remember.
You could get all steamy in there.
Yeah, that was because of the
Thank
Magi.
God.
Magi needs his privacy.
So we're going on a cruise.
It's time for
starting tomorrow.
payment.
We're going on a
You going
cruise
on a cruise
tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going out. It's going out of Italy, but it's a
Ooh.
brand new ship, and one of the nightclubs in it is a magic place built by the Magic Castle from California. So it's going to have magicians from the Magic Castle in California on this ship. You know the Magic
Are you
Castle, right?
going on a Are you going on a Disney cruise? Is that what you're telling me?
No, no,
It's a
no,
magical cruise.
no.
It's a
We're
magical
going
cruise.
on the Sun Princess, the love boat.
That's somehow worse.
Okay.
But
It's just Magic Castle. If you want to go to Disney cruise,
No, I didn't say
I'm not judging your brother. It's just
Get Minnie's
you do
autograph for
you.
me.
the
Live your
Magic
best life.
Castle, not the Magic Kingdom. Jeez, it's a whole different thing.
I thought that was Great Britain is the Magic Kingdom.
And you make fun of the big red boat, Disney, but that's where I brought Ginny on our honeymoon on the big red boat. Big mistake. 8 billion kids and Goofy in the room. I don't know. It was just not a romantic.
You fucked up with that one.
It's time for sexy time.
It's adult time, kids.
Go ahead, Ginny. Wish upon a star. Let's do this.
She's like, get me off this fucking boat. I wish for a divorce. Just kidding.
You look really nice, huh?
Stop it. Because I'm getting images.
Do you guys have any magical memories? You just come home with just like character drawing of them.
Maybe you know I can only do it with the Mickey hands, right? On the cruise. All right, I'll stop now. I'll stop. All right.
Oh my
Well,
god.
this cruise will be one thing that's mini, but I don't like to talk about myself. So
His
it was
Coke
the Coke bottle comment. I'm sorry.
I can do a Coke bottle, no problem.
But you pissed right into that one, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. So
I feel like the three of us are sharing one brain cell right now.
You streamed right into that one, so don't be too much there.
Oh my god.
But so the cruise is at Italy. Where in Italy you're launching off from?
It's right out near Rome, but then it goes to Greece and Turkey, and I'm going to Pompeii. I know you've been there before, haven't you?
Oh, that's awesome.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Pompeii. You said it was kind of, but that's where it's going to stop. So
we just had we had our tour guide kind of sucked. If you can go up to Vesuvius, it's crazy because I looked down and you think of Vesuvius as this ancient volcano that's been dead, and I was looking down, I saw like fire coming up. And I was like, oh, someone must have tossed a cigarette in the bush. Like, no, dude, that's an active volcano. Like,
That's lava.
Yeah. And then the images of the people like frozen in time, like I'm back. I'm like, okay, so we've seen the top. Let's get back down and get on the train and get as far away from here as possible. And yeah.
Well, you know what? The people back then were afraid of Vesuvius. In fact, they were petrified.
Well,
so
honestly, do you know what I think? Those people were filthy people. It's the entire when you tour all the like excavated buildings, they're all brothels, and like they have. I mean, they're incredibly well preserved, but it's like it's
so
like
so you're saying that they were smited.
It's like no, it's like a. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm just saying
These are filthy people. They deserve to be.
If there were people who were to be smited, they were doing some raunchy shit. I mean, like they have like a it was like a buffet menu at KFC of like the different acts on the. It was like a room. It's like, oh, you want this done to you? Go in here. You know, I was like,
Sodom, Gomorrah,
Pompeii was lit.
Yeah.
I was actually watching a video on YouTube. Some lady was going through the tour, and she said, I had to edit out the sex scenes from the. So there are sex scenes on the walls, right? She was going around taking video, but she had to edit out the sex scenes so that it would fit on YouTube, and they wouldn't get in trouble. So
it's horrific. There are a lot of. There's a lot
You'll
of
see it.
penises
You'll
all
see.
over ancient Rome. They loved penises. I mean, all over ancient Rome.
They do love penises.
You've been to Rome, Dad. If you go to like, they draw penises. That's what they did. I mean, not much.
That's what we did in high school too.
Yeah. So yeah,
we drew penises on everything in high school.
Yeah,
textbooks, walls.
Yeah,
bleachers.
well, that's because you wrapped your textbook in a shopping brown paper bag kind of thing, and then you could write anything on it. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's good, and that's nice to know. That's nice to know that you did that in high school. So yeah.
You go like turn to page 35. And whoever had your book before that, you could tell was clearly there'd just be penises all over George Washington's face.
Who did that to George?
Like the fuck? You know, like in high school when you'd open your book, like you had to borrow books, and then you'd open to page 35, and someone just drew a big hairy dick on.
No one would ever do that to
face.
George in my book. I'd go to the last name, and if they graduated, go and kick their ass. George Washington.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though
I
we
just
did
laughed.
own slaves.
It's funny that you just picked that name out of any name you could pick out. So it
People
must
got,
have
I
been
think
George
people
Washington's
got bored.
face.
I think people got bored in history class. Not Ryan, but a lot of us did.
Oh my God. I loved history. Still do.
Fucking
Still do.
hated it.
Oh,
Brian came down and we did the whole Civil War area down here, and then you continued on, didn't you? You went to like Manassas, and did you go to?
no, we skipped Manassas because I did Gettysburg by myself, which was awesome, and then I did Antietam and Harper's Ferry with Mary in one day, and she was a good sport. Yeah, because I was like stopping every like I would like pull up like every like foot. Like, you know what happened here? She's like, I don't give a shit. It's like, this is the last
No,
thing
but
the
you're sure
Irish
you're gonna
Brigade.
tell me.
And I had like the audio playing, so I was like, I was my glory.
You were in your artistic glory, weren't you?
Oh my God. Oh my God, it was amazing.
we
And then
went
we got to see Burnside Bridge. I'm like, do you know what bridge this is? She's like, I don't care. It's a bridge. I'm like, that's just Burnside Bridge.
Oh, you loved it. That's right up your alley, though.
Yeah.
The only thing about Harper's Ferry, the parking lot's way up here, and then they have a bus that goes down. But Jenny said, "Oh, let's walk down the trail because there's people walking down the trail." It was terrifying. It was like I was a professional mountain climber trying to get down this stupid cliff. And it was like, and then she wanted to go back to the I said, "No, I'll wait for the bus. I'm good."
Yeah, fuck off.
Now, this is for the listeners who are
like
history buffs. Two significant historical events happened at Harper's Ferry. The first, it was the site of John Brown's rebellion, which we all know was.
Well, it's been nice that you guys all came to our show today.
He kind of sparked it against the Civil War. And then it was also where General Stonewall Jackson, and we saw where his arm was buried, went to raid the munitions depot of the Union Army and captured Harper's Ferry. And then he arrived in time to bail him up. No, that was after Antietam. No, yeah, he raided Harper's Ferry, then went to Antietam and fought well at Antietam. So two very historic places, and they're very close together.
Cool.
You guys look amazing.
Like two penises just talking to each other. I don't.
The more you know.
They were just like talking. Lee and Jackson. Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Thanks for the tip.
All right.
Okay. We should just rename this the family episode. This should be the penis episode.
Yeah, that devolved quickly.
Can't seem to get away from it. That's what she said.
Jenny says.
Yeah, Mary. She was a good sport to do Antietam. Harper's Ferry.
How long is your cruise for, Dad? Like, how long will you be away for?
We leave on it goes out on Wednesday. Actually, we're going a day early just so we don't miss it, and we come back on the 9th. So like 10 days.
Nice.
Yep. And actually, I'll send.
Island.
I was going to say, I'll send you my WhatsApp if you guys need to get in touch with me or anything. I'll send you that. I think you're already on mine anyway. But...
I have a WhatsApp because I use it for like the people I cat sit for too.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Ryan?
Yeah, definitely. Well, are you hitting any of the islands at all in the Mediterranean at all? Or?
Yes. In fact, we were supposed to go to Santorini, but we're going to Crete.
Okay.
Yes. We're going to Crete. We're going to in Turkey. We're going to some place that has Mary's house. You know, Jesus' mother's house. I don't know how she ended up in Turkey, but that's supposed to be she's supposed to have died.
Yeah, that book doesn't always line up.
Is that where she got knocked up?
No. This is after. This is in later years.
Nice. Be nice. Okay. Just I'll never go to Turkey after I saw Midnight Express, that movie with yeah, nope, I'm all set. Yeah,
I won't be bringing any pot with me. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
Yeah. They really don't like drugs there. Yeah, it's not like a great movie, but I wouldn't want it to happen to me. So but
I wouldn't want it to happen to anyone. You know, it's
sure.
I've been to Florida.
I like the
No.
You guys ever heard of Arizona?
Anna, you gotta spice it up. It's like I've been to Naples. It was beautiful.
I haven't been to
Naples, Florida. I don't know. I've been to Venice.
I've been to Boca fucking Raton.
Yeah. You get a mix of everything there, you know. So
I did like Key West. Key West was really fun.
I haven't been there. We
It
live in
had a
Florida. I've
blast
never
in Key
been there.
West. It's
I heard
awesome. I loved it.
Maureen hated
And I've been
it
to
'cause
Miami.
Maureen said there's a lot of gay people there, and they're having sex right in the pool. I was like, okay.
No, they're not having
Book me one
sex in
ticket,
the pool.
please.
They have more class than that.
Uh,
But no, it's a blast there.
We're
It is.
ending
It's like
all
it's
this
definitely
up,
big. It's like
right?
a big gay town, but like it makes it even better.
it's sort of like going down to visit Sam down in Rehoboth Beach. It's a whole gay beach.
Oh yeah.
And they every week they go to some kind of drag show. There's some
I'm
kind of
telling you, we were having like brunch at like this outdoor beautiful restaurant, and it's like 11 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, all of a sudden these people come out and start, they move all of the chairs, bring out this DJ booth, throw on some disco lights, and just had a Whitney Houston flash dance for 1 hour and then went right back to lunch. And I was like, that was fabulous. Everybody just got up and started dancing to Whitney Houston with like, there were cameras and like a DJ, and they're like, get up. I was like, what? I had like an omelet in my mouth. I was like, okay. And then it was it. It was like just 1 hour, and everybody just goes back to eating. I'm like sweating. I have like glitter all over me. Like, this is fabulous. I'm never leaving.
I went down there beginning of the month to do the polar plunge with Sam. It was for a fundraiser for the Special Olympics. And and it's like, holy shit, I really don't want to do this. She made me do it, guilted me into it. And all of a sudden they made an announcement that the water is so rough that you can only go up to your knees and then come back out again. I was like, thank you, Jesus. And
thank you, Jesus.
And people said, Ginny says and swears I only went up to my shins, but my shins are equal to most people's knees anyway. So I don't care.
That's true. That's true. She's got the
Like
same, just pick the shortest person there and just I did the same as they did.
But then Seth, he just fell down and it rolled around it like a polar bear. It was like
How was it cold?
It was freezing. It was like the water temperature was 43.
Ugh,
And the air temperature was around 43.
That adorable little polar bear.
Sammy's own
around
polar bear.
I
got a sweatshirt out of it.
So polar bear, you.
Look at you. So cute. Oh, I would have left him behind. Run for my life.
So when you're coming down to visit us, Anna, you got to come down now that you're unemployed.
Now that I'm unemployed. Now that I'm a bum, a true American.
Oh yeah, but by the way, just be mindful. I still have gainful employment, so just be careful with the editing around.
We will.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I was actually thinking about
blacked out the entire time.
We're just gonna put a smiley face on Ryan's face and change his voice.
No real names, no last names, please. Thank you.
It'll end up like that video I sent to Sam, but there's you, then nothing, then you again. So it's like blank spaces.
Just cut. He just goes, hi. Bye.
Well, that's what happened in the song. You were swearing your ass off in the song, so that's why I had to cut it out. So back then, it was horrible. You were taking the words of tainted love and making it really raunchy. It was. Remember, that was horrible.
Like Pompeii all over again.
Tainted love, fuck yeah. Tainted love, fuck yeah.
Oh. But yeah, I have to book a trip. I was actually thinking about. I actually had a dream about it last night that I was going to book a trip.
Well, just drive
somewhere now. Yeah.
Huh?
The drive down there is not too bad.
No.
You can hit Gettysburg, Antietam, Harper's Ferry.
I feel like I already have.
Fredericksburg, Manassas on the way back.
I feel like I was already there.
Yeah. Oh my god! Let me tell you.
And we'll bring it to see the arm of what's his name?
Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall Jackson.
I would watch it. I would go. Yeah, absolutely. I'd go see that shit.
Dad is legit. Honestly, no kidding aside, Dad is literally living on one of the most violent battlefields in American history. He's literally living on it.
In it, yeah.
And so, if there's anyone who had a haunted house, like I wouldn't want to walk around.
His was haunted. Your first house in Virginia was haunted.
It was.
And you said you kept seeing the faces when you'd wake up?
Yeah. Yeah. and I'm sure that there's, because they didn't find all the bodies in the wilderness. And so I'm sure that they didn't bury
There's
them
arms
all.
everywhere.
Actually, that was true. they were hacking people's arms off so
Left
much,
and right.
and somebody hacked his arm off and threw it in a pile, and some nurse said, no, that's important. Let's go bury it.
Did you have one giant arm? We're just sewing all the wrong arms back on.
No. What happened was that one creepy surgeon was like, "No, the arm's too important. Let me take it for a little bit and just make sure everything's okay."
I'm gonna do some research.
I need to use it for something real quick. Bury it.
I think it's important to bury it. I'm going out on a limb here.
Dude. Oh my God. Poor Stonewall.
I know, and his own people shot him, isn't it? Wasn't it like a friendly fire?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Stonewall Jackson was also an awful human being. So brilliant tactician, awful human being. Yeah. So
yeah, at least he used the bathroom before he went on any podcast. So that's what I heard about him. So I don't
okay. Well, we can't all be Stonewall Jackson. That's where he got the name. He stood like a stone wall during First Manassas, and he had to pee really bad, but he stood with his troops and just stuck it out. We all can't be that strong.
He probably pissed in someone's boot.
I'm named
on a stone wall.
Yeah. Our descendant is Piss Pants McCluskey. So yeah, General Piss Pants McCluskey. Yeah, never sat through a whole battle because he had to go to the bathroom, and number two, he was probably a poor farmer somewhere in Galway, or
so we call you Timberland McCluskey, because the boot was a Timberland, and
work boot Klusk.
I remember I used to
know it was a Timberland. Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, how did you know it was a Timberland?
Because he was from Massachusetts. They all had it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And back when I was selling them, people said you look fat in them. You know what I mean? Like, those are fat. You know?
Oh,
are you saying fat like PH fat?
Yeah. Back in the old days, when people say, those are fat.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
fat.
yeah, I did tell a lady that when she tried them on that she looked fat in them, and I think she took it the wrong way.
And then you lost your job.
Yeah. You look fat in those.
You're supposed to say you look fat in those. Those are fat.
PH fat.
Enunciate it, yeah.
We should bring that back, that word, because
I don't think white people should bring that word back.
Oh yeah, that'd be even better.
I don't think we're the ones that should bring that back. I don't know. I'm gonna go on a limb here.
I think I was the only white person who ever said it in the state of Massachusetts. Well, I had the curly hair, and
I wish we brought up like 1920s slang back a little bit.
Oh, like what?
Like instead of saying "get lost," be like, "Yeah, why don't you take your flunky and dangle?" You know?
Yeah.
Skedaddle bastard. That was ever said.
Go and take your flunky and dangle.
Kick rocks.
Why don't you just go and skedaddle?
I heard someone the other day. I heard someone the other day call someone a witless dishcloth.
Ooh.
And I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. This just sounds like so intelligently like insulting. Like, what do you say to that? You witless dishcloth. Oh, nothing.
The funniest thing I ever heard someone say, and I know I've told you the story before. And again, I don't mean to keep going back to pee and urinals, but it was the funniest thing.
It's okay. I'm ready.
The funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life occurred at Lake Winnipesaukee about 10 years ago at a wedding. And it was a wedding where the family didn't have a ton of money, so the only thing they could afford was renting this hall that was really meant to be utilized during the summer, but it was November and it was freezing. And so the hall was bitter cold. Oh. Everyone's in there freezing. They had the reception, everything in there. And they had the restrooms, and everyone's like trying to like make conversation other than we're all freezing our asses off. and so I go into the bathroom, I'm in the urinal, and this guy comes next to me, and he's like, ugh. It's like, so cold you can't even find your dick in here. To this day, nothing has ever topped it. Nothing has ever topped it. The funniest thing, like in the most Boston, it's like, so cold you can't even find your dick in here. And he was saying it like not to be funny.
He was genuinely upset.
Really, generally upset. Yeah.
And you can see his breath when he's saying
died.
It. You can see his breath.
I was laughing so hard I had to put my pants in front of the dryer because I sprayed them. To this day, nothing. I don't see anything ever topping it either.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Then you get a dad behind him, like, I know, while he's pissing in the sink.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
You know,
So
when
what's
you
everyone
piss,
watching on T? What?
when you piss in the sink, it does go clockwise instead of counterclockwise, just so you know.
Because we're north of the equator, south of the equator, it goes the other way.
It go the other way, yeah. Although
Trust
you can
me,
force
I
it to go
got
a certain way if you wanted to. I mean, you could force it.
You could also piss in the toilet.
you can bend gravity with your piss, is what you're telling me. Listen,
Yes.
I have a degree in pissology. I know what you said makes no sense whatsoever.
I know
You
that
can't-
both of you are going to end this and go test that theory, and that horrifies me.
Oh, I've done it every day. Oh,
I've
let me
been
see if I can
pounding
go.
water. All
Let me
right,
see if I can make it go the
all right.
opposite direction.
We'll see, smart guy.
Let's see if I can cause a current.
We'll see, smart guy.
Oh
So
my
I just
It's a
got
piss
finished
off.
watching. I just got finished watching True Detective on
We haven't
Season
started it yet.
4.
Huh?
We haven't started it yet.
Yeah. Have you seen it, Ryan?
Oh
It's with
yeah, it
Jodie
was
Foster.
excellent season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Yeah,
It was really,
So-
really good. Really
I need to
weird.
watch it.
honestly, yeah, the first season was incredible. Second season was awful.
Oh,
Third season was pretty good with Marshall Ali there. Yeah, with that was good. But yeah, this last season was probably it wasn't as good as season 1, but still pretty good. So
and
the
also
local
Fargo.
girl from Rhode Island. Oh, Fargo was awesome. Yeah,
You
neither
just-
one really ended the
incredible.
way I expected, but two solid seasons of television this year.
Yeah.
And in that Juno Temple from Fargo, I just started watching Ted Lasso.
Oh,
Love
I
yeah.
don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yeah, I've seen
one of the most
every
awesome-
episode.
I've seen all of it.
I can't believe it's the same girl who plays the
I
character
know.
in Fargo. And,
I know.
she's amazing.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And True
What's it-
Detective, it was the woman who's the like MMA boxer
Yeah.
from Rhode Island.
Yeah,
She played
she's a
the
boxer, yeah.
partner. She stole the show. I thought she was amazing.
So
as good as Jodie
the
Foster
dimple
was.
things would drive me nuts, though. Those two things, the studs in her
All the
mouth.
piercings.
Yeah. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
like they were very distracting. I kept looking because she had really nice dimples, and it was like, why? If you don't have to put something in them, just
Maybe-
smile and have a.
Maybe she didn't, and that's why she put them in there.
I don't know, maybe you're just part cod and you're attracted to shiny things. I don't know.
Yeah, like a barracuda. I'm the barracuda of the McCluskies.
It was distracting.
So,
Shiny.
What are you guys watching? Anything?
We just finished watching. We watched that movie with Julia Roberts about how the cyber attack. Did you guys see that?
I saw that. Yeah,
It was weird. It was
Barack Obama produced it, I think.
yeah, him and Michelle. They produced it. I watched it. It was all right. I mean, it was the filming was good, but the movie itself was kind of boring.
Yeah,
Kevin Bacon, I thought was gonna have a bigger part. He was just there for a half a minute and then
yeah, like all the actors were good. It was
it was
ugly.
just
Yeah.
bland. It didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, we're living this, so nothing new here.
Not yet. We
what-
will be soon, though, probably.
We were watching something with who's Tom Cruise's ex-girlfriend, ex-wife.
Nicole
Katie
Kidman.
Holmes.
No, Katie
Nicole
Holmes.
Kidman.
No, that was in a movie.
That shows that critical 2-year age difference, Anna. Anna said Katie Holmes. I went for Nicole Kidman because I
But
remember
Nicole
his
Kidman was
true
never
first
married
love.
to him.
They were never married. Oh,
No,
yes, they were.
in Eyes Wide
Yes, they-
Shut.
No,
in
they were
Eyes Wide
married,
Shut.
though.
Married.
They were married because I remember she got excited when she divorced him. There's like a picture of her, like, yay.
Yeah.
Do you remember
All right.
that?
I don't. I guess I was just thinking Katie Holmes. There was a movie we just watched the other night. I forget what it was called, Mrs. Something. And it was about this school teacher who also just went around and killed bad people. She was like a vigilante. And she was so
Damn.
sweet. And yeah, you'd have to see it. We were high when we were watching it, so it was even funnier.
Oh, it makes it better. That makes everything better.
What movie would you say makes it better with it being high? Because
Oh, Pineapple
2001: A
Express.
Space Odyssey.
I haven't done that one. We've done
There's different types of high. There's like I want to giggle like an idiot high, and then there's I want to think about the fabric of the universe high. Sometimes I
yeah.
like to go there. It scares me a little bit, but 2001, it's incredible. That's one of those movies that changes for me every time you watch. Like I watched it when I was a kid, and I turned it off halfway through, thinking it was the stupidest thing I ever saw.
yeah.
And then I caught it high one day. I'm like, what the?
I watched
It's-
Austin Powers
Yeah.
on when I was tripping on shrooms on New Year's Eve, and it was the best experience of my entire life. It was the first time I ever tried them, and I was scared. I didn't want to like leave the house. I didn't want to I was nervous, and
Can I just-
we put on Austin Powers, and it was absolutely hilarious.
Can I just add real quick? I live in Massachusetts where the consumption of marijuana is legal recreationally. So by admitting that, I'm not violating any laws or anything. So
And
thank you.
it's legal here in the state of Virginia. You can't buy it, but you can grow it and use it. But you can't buy it yet. So
Well,
yeah,
I figured you can still marry your cousin down there, right? So why not buy some weed too?
from him, from her. I to me, you got to watch The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. Hi, it's
I've seen the Ghost of Mr. Chicken with the guy from
Don
uh
Knotts. Don
yeah,
Knotts.
the deputy from you know,
Yes,
the thing with the
Andy
Opie
Griffith
and
show.
the thing. He's the deputy, yeah.
But the guy's a big
But
lips.
but here's what happened. I was watching it High, and it's a riot to watch High anyway. But then all of a sudden, I started looking at his face, and all of a sudden, he had my face.
Oh my God, what
I
was
look
in
like
that
fucking
weed?
Don Knotts. I look like Don Knotts right here.
Oh my
Don't ever do that again. Don't
What
stop.
are you
I don't
fucking
like
smoking?
that.
Golly.
I don't like it. I'm logging off. Don't do that.
That's all right. I
Oh.
went over to visit my friend Amanda and her kids, and her oldest, her son Ronan, who's like 5 years old now. He was like, "Oh, I like to make faces at him." He's like, "You look like the Frost guy from Santa Claus 4 or 3 or whatever." Martin Short. I had to look up who it was. He said I looked like Martin fucking Short. So yeah,
I've been told I look like the
I'd
snow
rather have
miser.
that.
He was
Huh?
actually a
I've been
third
told that.
cousin of Don Knotts, so I don't know if that means anything.
So we
It was-
do. It's true. We look like
I've
that.
been told I look like John Kerry and the Snow Miser's love child. So that did wonders to my self-esteem growing up. Yeah.
Oh, I just got to
what's
Martin
this with
Short.
the snow miser and Mr. Frost? Why did people say you guys look like these characters from Christmas shows?
Look at my skin compared to yours right now. I'm
So,
practically translucent.
someone
That's
said
why.
Captain Hook one time, and I kind of got Captain Hook, like the Disney animated Captain
You
Hook.
said once. You said
I
you feel
look
like you
like a
look like
Disney
every
villain.
other Disney villain, and it's so
I look
accurate.
like a Disney villain. Yeah. So except the good-looking ones, like I couldn't get Gaston. No, I get one of the burglars from
Jafar.
101 Dalmatians. Yeah, Jafar. Yeah. So I'm too fat for Jafar now. I don't have the same bone structure I did in
Oh,
the face. But
stop
yeah.
it.
I was thinking more
Yeah,
of
so.
the parrot, but you know, I don't know.
Iago.
Yeah, he's a little shithead too,
Who's great.
wasn't he?
Oh. I thought he was a victim of circumstance myself, but I think he grew up in a bad community and he had no other choice but to work for a crime lord. Yeah, so he's just trying to work his way up. And
Yeah, but Aladdin was
and he's
in
a
the same
parrot. Cut
boat.
him some
I
slack.
think he was an asshole. I agree with Dad. He seemed like
No.
he had. I feel like even if Jafar didn't exist, he had other ultimatums. Like he had.
Can I just throw something out there? Okay, when you see a parrot in a movie, it's either on the shoulder of a villain or a pirate. And pirates are usually villains unless it's Pirates of the Caribbean, in which case many of the pirates in those movies are still villains. So the only two clear sources of employment, unless you guys can come up with some other examples in films, are villainous roles. So you
No.
put them on a path where they have no other choice and no other options,
They
and
could
then
have
you
been.
berate them.
Nope, they could have got a job at Disney in the Tiki Room. They have fucking there's parrots all over the place in the tiki
You could
tiki
four
room, and
baby
they were
carrots
singing.
you're trying to put through college. You think you can do that in the tiki room?
Or they could
No,
just
you
go
need
build a
box
fucking
office
nest and live
dollars.
as a bird somewhere. They didn't have to choose to be with a villain. They could just be a bird.
So you want to go dance to the tiki room? That's the answer. That's their aspiration. Okay,
No,
go
they
dance in
didn't
the
dance.
tiki
They
room.
sang.
I would rather be evil. I think
Yeah.
I'd pick the shoulder. I like that.
I would rather be the confidant of the advisor to the Sultan of
100%.
whatever Middle Eastern
Without a
country they were
doubt.
representing.
100%.
He was in the ear of, yeah. So maybe he was working for someone who's kind of a scumbag because he wanted to get in a position to ultimately do good.
I
So-
was just
You
throwing
hear
the
his
tiki room
voice,
out
though?
because you were saying that the only possibilities for them to do was either a pirate or a bad guy.
On
And
film.
They had
On
there were
film.
other choices. We all have choices.
Yeah,
I
you can
just
live in
chose
you
to
can
be
live in a
unemployed.
cage in some tiki room and sing and try to put food on the table every night. No, or you could whisper in the ear of some pretty bad people to at least get box office dollars. And I don't know, maybe put your kids through college.
And he
Maybe
was
try
getting
to
free crackers left and right from that Sultan. So that's a benefit too. That's a
But
perk.
Iago didn't like the crackers.
That's because he was
if you
having them
remember.
jammed down his throat. There's a difference between being fed crackers and having them jammed down your
He
throat.
could have had a gluten allergy. This is what he put up
Well,
with
now
for his kids.
it sounds like
is what
he's
I'm
a little
trying
bit
to
of a
say.
pussy. So I feel like that's a him problem.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Okay. Wow. No
Well,
other. I'm totally alone on my Iago point of view.
No, I
All
get
right,
that.
so
But this brings me to the point where I was going to tell Anna that I did watch Scary Movie 2 the other night, and there's a parrot in there that is
At the end,
shit.
shit's all over the wall.
And he makes fun of everybody. I slept with your mother. Blah, blah.
Yep. Yep. I love it.
So parrots can be stand-up comedians too, I think.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that one. All right. You're right.
It was-
I changed my mind. You guys have convinced me.
By
I
the way,
just-
Iago's
Scary
a
Movie
piece of
2,
shit.
I kind of had to stop watching. It was getting gross to me. It was getting the girl
It
just
gets
keeps
so
peeing.
gross. I love when he walks out and there's like the blood on the floor. He's like, "Ah, who's on the rag?"
It's just wrong.
I love it. It'll never get old
Oh.
for me. It was my favorite one.
What were these? Early 90s, early 2000s, those started coming out?
Early
I think
2000s,
so.
I think.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I remember the first one, but this one was the one where they all went to sort of like the
The House on
House
Haunted Hill.
Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
And after a while, I just had to stop because it was
It does. It's intense after a while.
when they're doing the exorcist at the beginning, the girl pees for like 20 minutes, and then the mother puts her face
I like
in
when he throws the mint in her mouth.
it, and then the mother puts her face in it and hits her with a
Bad.
I don't remember that.
You know, in the
I'll
beginning,
never
it's like The
forget it.
Exorcist. It has like I think it's James Woods or something that is like the priest,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Oh,
"Ah,
yeah,
ah,"
yeah.
and then he throws a mint in her mouth. He's like, "Silence." And she's like,
Huh. Huh.
It's typical like early 2000s humor. It's gross but hilarious.
Yeah.
I had kept turning it off because Ginny kept coming in the room, and I didn't.
Yeah.
What are you watching? Nothing.
None of your business. You'd almost rather her think it was porn than
I
something
know,
like that.
it's like that's what I did. I
Just
switched
porn.
to porn.
Definitely not a Wayne's Brothers comedy.
That's what I
Don't
did. I
judge me.
switched to porn. I was like,
Oh, we got to get a new couch. I'm sorry if I'm shifting a lot. I found out recently that I'm a plopper.
Ooh.
Which, speaking of which, I mean, dude, you're a tall guy, Dad. Are you a plopper when you
yeah,
sit
I
down?
kind of flop. I do.
Yeah, I
You
plop
really
too.
don't have
and
much of a choice, right? When you're taller.
that's what I've been trying to say. But other people
You can
who
only
I live
hinge
with,
so far.
yes, I'm like, you don't have to bend as far, and I get bad knees too. I worked retail for 10 years, so
Yeah.
so I have to plop.
Plop
And
away. Plop away.
I broke the couch. I broke the couch by my plopping, so we have to get a new couch.
Don't plop on. Do you plop on the toilet? How do you do that?
Ooh, that's a good
Well,
question. Do you come down hard on the toilet?
I mean, we all
I
have
plop
by
in the,
accident
I
before.
plop in the toilet.
We've all plopped before, but like I feel like it's dangerous. It's not something. Or do you just like
I
make
haven't
dad
broken any
noises?
I don't know. I don't think about that much when I go down. I don't think I plop because you got to position yourself carefully when you're doing that kind of
Yeah,
procedure.
you can break the lid right. The thing
Whereas
right
if I'm
off
just
it.
trying to watch Ted Lasso, I'm just trying to get on the couch as quickly as possible with my ring dings and
So plopping seems
Coca-Cola
more.
and-
It's easier. It's more convenient, but not necessary.
What are you talking
It's just easier lifestyle.
And
No, but I have to bend a lot.
yeah, but you know,
I know.
since you're going on, I think Lazy Boy does have a couch that is ploppable. It's
Lazy Boy
firm,
also
extra
has
firm,
the
and
thing that
ploppable.
sits up.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
old people that help them stand.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny. The people at
I wanna
Bob said
get
the
you one
same
of those.
thing. They were like, "You need a recliner," and I was like, "Yes," and because I feel like every man needs a throne. I'm 37. You know, I don't have much.
I have a recliner. Get a
Show me.
recliner.
Is that your throne?
Yeah. That looks broken in
Yeah,
too.
like-
That looks like a nice one.
Like, I feel like to be fully a man, you have to have a chair that no one can sit in other than you, and be like really strict about it. Like no kids.
Archie Bunker,
no cute pets.
Archie Bunker.
Yeah,
Archie Bunker wouldn't
I
let
want
anybody
that.
sit in his chair.
Or it's just like so
Yeah.
well known that we don't sit there. That's his seat.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
want. That's all
I
I
have
want
a
out of life,
recliner,
yeah.
except it's Boomba's seat. We're not allowed to sit in it.
yeah.
No,
I
a cat
remember
has
being
a chair and I don't.
Yes.
so, and I remember being in that recliner with Winnie sitting next to me, terrified. I couldn't move.
You
I
can't.
couldn't
She'll
get
bite
up.
you.
I had to sleep there. I had to sleep there that night.
Yeah, there's no moving. 'Cause she'll sit on your lap, but you're not allowed to move. She'll bite you.
I know.
The dog?
Yeah, she would bite you.
The rat one?
She'd roll up on your lap and be like, comfy. But if you're like, hello, she'd bite you. So you just
You
have
have
to
a
sit
picture
there.
of you have a picture of me in that case.
I do.
I'm sitting right next. She's next to me.
It wasn't a recliner though. It was the other one. It was like the long like love seat that I think he had before we changed it. So
Oh,
it was like
okay.
big and wide.
Okay. I knew it was something I couldn't get out of. So yeah. And so
Yes.
that's the first time I peed in a Coke bottle because I couldn't get up. So
On that bombshell. What do you think?
yeah, you guys all set? Have a good weekend.
Yeah, I had fun. We'll do it more often. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Why don't we just
come
make
and chat?
Yeah, just come in and talk because actually this is more fun than for us. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, no one's watching this.
No.
But I watch it on repeat, so that's all that matters.
You see, one of them we've had 280 views because I've watched it like 200 times.
I've got 100 of those.
Oh, these got views?
Yeah, on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah, we post them out on YouTube.
We have like 12 views.
No names for this guy, just our brother. We'll call him Ryan. Okay.
Yes, we don't have to.
All
we
right.
don't even have to. Yeah, we can edit things out, and not do names.
Cool.
Yeah.
He who will not be named. We'll call Ryan Voldemort.
Yes, please do.
Oh no, and
right.
here's a Disney villain, special guest Disney villain.
Jafar. Give you a parrot. We'll just get a CGI little parrot in there.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you guys. Take care.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.